Welcome to Type C Tech Reviews. Today we're going to be doing a review of the LG Ultragear 24GN650-B. I'm going to go over the pros and the cons and my own real life experience that I've had with this monitor. And if at any point during the video, if you want to go check out this exact same Ultragear, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. But let's jump into the video. All right, now starting it off, this is a 24-inch monitor and this is at 1080p. Now a lot of you guys might be like 1080p. This is actually still a pretty good PPI or pixels per inch on a 24-inch display. Now, if you get a 27-inch display, you're gonna wanna bump it up to 1440p, which is gonna up the price quite a bit. And this is a big theme with this monitor. All right, now the next thing is this is a fast IPS panel and is clocked in at 144 hertz. This panel, and you'll see this continuously, is really awesome. All right, now the next huge pro is this thing rocks a 1 millisecond gray to gray or G to G response time, which is the fastest out of any 24-inch 1080p monitor to date today. So this is the fastest 24-inch 1080p monitor you can buy. Now, because of this response time, ghosting is basically non-existent. Now let's talk about the different overdrive levels. All right, now the response time settings are normal, fast, and then faster. Now, I keep it in fast all the time. That's the one I found works best, because if you put this thing into faster, it actually causes pixel overshooting and it does inverse ghosting. And if you do fast, it doesn't have inverse ghosting and it doesn't have ghosting. So basically the best setting absolutely is fast. That's the best one. It usually comes stock like that. And you can see this on the UFO test, directly just changing them and immediately changes the whole panel, which if you guys want the fastest response time ever and you don't really give a crap about inverse ghosting, it's fine. You can change it up to faster, but I would suggest leaving it in fast. All right, now let's talk colors. This thing is a 6-bit native panel, but it uses frame rate control to output 8-bit color. So you are still getting 16.7 billion colors. Frame rate control is basically where it flickers between a bunch of different colors super fast, utilizing that refresh rate to basically output the same colors as an 8-bit panel would. So that's really great to see. And as well, this thing hits 99% of the sRGB color space, which is really awesome to see. This is not gonna be oversaturated. It's not gonna be undersaturated. All right, now brightness is another area that this monitor excels. In SDR content, this thing can hit up to 350 nits, and in HDR, it can hit up to 400 nits, which is really great to see. This thing is marketed around 300 nits, but again, it goes a little bit above that. And this is kind of the theme with this monitor, is even though it's a 1080p 24-inch monitor, it's like top end 24-inch 1080p monitor. Now, contrast ratio is not like a VA panel. This still only gets 1000:1. That's what we expect with IPS monitors, even high-end IPS monitors. And as well, IPS glow is not noticeable. As you would expect, this thing has FreeSync Premium, doesn't have G-Sync. Would have been nice to see that, but it probably would have bumped the price up a little bit. However, G-Sync does notice this thing and it is very compatible with it right out of the box. You don't have to mess with a whole lot of settings. Right out of the box, it'll find it. You'll get the little notification pop up and it's ready to go. Now, the next thing this has is 1 millisecond MBR, which is motion blur reduction. Now, you cannot have this on at the same time as FreeSync because motion blur reduction locks your monitor to a specific frame rate, either 144 hertz or 120 hertz. That being said, it dims the screen quite a bit, but it definitely works. I mean, switching this thing is a massive noticeable difference. Although because of the screen being dimmed a little bit, I'm probably not gonna use it that much. I'd say 95% of the time, I'm gonna just leave it in the normal mode with FreeSync on, and maybe when I'm getting really intense, I'll turn this on. All right, now let's talk stand and build quality. For the price, you are getting the quality of much more expensive monitors. Basically, the build quality on this is exactly the same as my $800 LG Ultragear. And in fact, it's the exact same stand as that monitor, that ultra wide. So you're getting a stand from a very expensive monitor. It's super premium, it's incredibly stable. It has height adjustability, tilt, and rotation, and it can go completely vertical, which is awesome to see. Now, it does not have any swivel, but I literally never use swivel. I don't even like it. I think it looks awful because it's like off asymmetrically. Who actually wants that? It does have cable management in the back. It's not the best implementation. Everyone else basically does it better. It's just kind of this little hook back there, but it does help a little bit. And as well, this is obviously VESA mountable with 100 by 100 millimeter. Last thing to go over is the ports. This has one display port, 1.4, two HDMI 2.0s, and a 3.5 millimeter audio out, and that's it. But guys, overall, you're getting a whole lot of monitor for not very much money. You might think, I need a bigger monitor. Put this thing in front of you, compare it to a similar price 27 or 32 inch monitor, and after using them, you'll see that the quality of the panel is so much more important than the size of it. For around 250 bucks, you're getting a whole lot of monitor. This is probably one of the most recommended monitors on my channel. Again, guys, if you do want to go check out this Ultragear, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, and Canada. I do got you guys, but seriously, if you're looking for a monitor, your budget's around 250 bucks, it's hard to get better than this. If you start looking at 27-inch monitors, 32-inch monitors around the similar price range, your PPI is gonna go down if you're gonna stick with 1080p, and the actual quality overall of the monitor itself is not gonna be like this. This is a premium monitor. This feels very similar to my Ultragear that is an ultra wide. It's like one of the highest end Ultragears you can buy right now. This feels really close to it. It lacks having 10-bit, but again, 250 bucks. If you're not gonna be doing video editing and stuff like that, doesn't really matter a whole lot. This monitor is really, really good. But guys, if you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, help me out and throw a like below. And if you enjoy gaming monitor reviews or just monitor reviews in general, I do a ton of those, so please consider subscribing below to Type C Tech Reviews. But this was Type C Tech Reviews, and I'll see you guys later.